This is the OTB Network.
Hello everyone and welcome to this week's edition of Horses and Courses. I'm Jean Wood. We are going to begin with stakes racing action this weekend from Pimlico Racecourse and the Hilltop Stakes. This race was carded at 1 mile and the 16th on grass for 3-year-old fillies. Unfortunately, the weather conditions prevailing through the Mid-Atlantic forced it off the turf. Let's head down to Pimlico and the running of the Hilltop.
3-year-old fillies off and running, and cutoffs was slow from the gate. City Fire sets out for the lead along with Impolite. Then we go back to Apple Juice and Demetra's Love and a slow starting cutoffs. Now finds herself last, chasing City Fire and Impolite into the first turn, and City Fire rolls right along at a good pace out there, trying to settle on the lead. Impolite, Demetra's Love is third at the inside. Apple Juice right alongside of her, and cutoffs is last now with a lot to do, about 7 to 8 lengths off the lead. City Fire a length in front from Impolite second. Demetra's Love is at the rail third, and Apple Juice tracking along there fourth in striking range and about 5 or 6 back, and cutoffs is the trailer. Solid fractions on the track now rated good here at Pimlico by City Fire and Jeremy Rose. Impolite second. Demetra's Love is third, and Apple Juice right alongside of her in fourth. They're about 2.5 to 3 lengths on the front. Cutoffs continues out, kicked for the far turn. City Fire taking that speed a long way. City Fire still there. Impolite, Apple Juice now makes a move on the outside. Demetra's Love is roused to run, but struggles a bit now. Demetra's Love is pushed full out, and she's dropped some 5 lengths off the lead. And cutoffs is the trailer. 3 is to go. City Fire, Impolite, Apple Juice, Demetra's Love seems struggling along in fourth, but City Fire continues well at the top of the lane. City Fire gets some rousing by Rose and responds and opens daylight now. Impolite by 3 lengths as they turn for home. Apple Juice, Demetra's Love not firing at all, and cutoffs trailing the field. And City Fire burning down the house at the furlong marker, leads at 3.5. Impolite, Apple Juice is third. City Fire a little bit tired. Impolite trying to make some progress, just can't seem to get anywhere because City Fire has smoked him today. Wire to wire win for City Fire and Jeremy Rose in the Hilltop to win by 3. Impolite, Apple Juice was third, and Demetra's Love and cutoffs.
City Fire and Jeremy Rose winning this one by about 3 in a driving effort over Impolite, who ran the two of them running 1-2 pretty much every step around the racetrack. Apple Juice picking up the third spot after a stalking trip in a race that really did not see a lot of changes in position. Obviously an off the turf race with a short field of only 5, as there were a number of scratches. This race would have been a very large field had it gone on its originally scheduled surface. The winner of the Hilltop, City Fire, is a 3-year-old bay filly, a daughter of Carson City from Gillingham by Hatchet Man. She was bred by Hermitage Farm Limited in Kentucky, owned by Michael Gill, trained by Mark Schumann, and ridden to victory by Jeremy Rose. City Fire covers the mile and a 16th of the Hilltop in 1:44 and 1. Heading to Delaware next for the running of the Quick Card on Saturday, $55,000 for older horses. Let's head back down to the Mid-Atlantic in the running of the Quick Card.
And they're off. To the inside, that's Private Lap away well and going right for that lead. Classic Endeavor alongside that one is Private Lap getting out just a bit there, carrying Classic Endeavor a bit wide there, but settles now back in. Private Lap leads it by a length and 3/4. Classic Endeavor is second. Acrylic settles nicely into third, followed by Inner Harbor fourth. Runs past him is racing in fifth, and your early trailer is Dr. Thunder. They're racing single file down the backstretch after a quarter in 24 and 1. And on the front end, it's Private Lap showing the way by about a length. Right there, Classic Endeavor second. It's about 2 lengths further back. Acrylic going nicely toward the inside in third. Inner Harbor's right alongside in fourth. Then a length and a half further back to runs past him, and 3.5 more to Dr. Thunder. Half goes in 47 and 4 as they race into the turn. Private Lap and Tony Black still leads it by a clear length over Classic Endeavor. Toward the inside, Acrylic. A length further back to Inner Harbor, then runs past him. The trailer still is Dr. Thunder. As they make their way around the far turn, Private Lap, the one they've got to catch, still leads it by about a length and a quarter over Classic Endeavor. All out on the outside, trying to gain, but can't. Acrylic is still tucked in there nicely in third. Seems to have some run, followed by Inner Harbor as they hit the top of the stretch. The 6 goes in 1:12 and 3 as they turn for home. Private Lap still showing the way. Aqualep is trying to slip through down toward the inside. Classic Endeavor is there. Up on the outside, Inner Harbor, followed by runs past them, but nobody is running past Private Lap. Private Lap and Tony Black edging away. Classic Endeavor regains second, Aqualec third. It's Private Lap, wire to wire, wins it by almost 5.
Couple of horses we've seen in New York running 1-2, Private Lap and Classic Endeavor rebounding to finish second here, but a nice front-running effort from Private Lap. The speedy Classic Endeavor did chase, was not able to make the lead and had to settle for second, 5.5 lengths behind the winner, with Acrolect back in the third spot in another race that saw almost no changes of racing order throughout the running of the entire mile event. The winner, Private Lap, is a dark Bayer Brown 4-year-old son of Private Terms from Just Like Lil by Dynaformer. Bred by Kenneth and Sarah Ramsey in Kentucky. He's owned by the Preferred Pals stable and trained by Alan Iwinski. Ridden to victory by Anthony Black. Private Lap covers the mile on the off-going in 1:37.4. Heading back to Churchill Downs now this weekend, things are a little bit quieter. Last weekend, of course, with the Kentucky Derby and many other stakes races on their card. This week, only one stakes race, that the Matt Win for 3-year-old sprinters, $100,000. 6 furlongs the distance. Let's head to Churchill in the running of the Matt Win.
Off and running in the Matt Win. It's a fast start for Coach Jimmy Lee to the front, joined and headed now by Cat Genius, who takes the lead. Bossa Nova will test him early from the inside. Unbridled America came away third. Posse is racing in fifth now. Elusive Hours on the far outside. Behind that comes Captain Amore and Risky Cat at the back of the pack. Cajun Beat gains up the rail. Up the backside they go at a quick clip. Bossa Nova has gotten to the front. Cat Genius under a tight hold is pressing him from the outside. Next by 3 to Coach Jimmy Lee up into third. Cajun Beat is fourth at the rail. Unbridled America racing fifth. Posse making headway up the inside. We'll need some racing luck now. Back to Captain Amore, then Elusive Hour and Risky Cat. The quarter 21 seconds flat as they wind for the top of the lane. Bossa Nova leading in a neck in front of Cat Genius. Next by 7 more. Coach Jimmy Lee. Posse gearing up a rally. He's got 8 to make up and 3/16 left to go. Whips out on Bossa Nova, shaken up by Velasquez. A half a length in front of Cat Genius, and Posse is gathering momentum. He's coming strong with Coach Jimmy Lee up the inside. Here comes Posse to the outside of Bossa Nova, who's game. Bossa Nova, Posse lunging at him. Bossa Nova or Posse, and Posse gets up in the final strides to win the Matt Win over Bossa Nova. Second, Coach Jimmy Lee third in 1:09.2.
Posse, a very nice 3-year-old sprinter. He was a nice 2-year-old early last year, went to the sidelines, came back sharp, won the Lafayette at Keeneland last time out. Returns with an off-the-pace rallying half-length victory over Bossa Nova. The early pace setter to pick up the win here. Coach Jimmy Lee running in the third spot after sitting well-placed but a bit on the wide side throughout much of the going. The winner, Posse, is a bay 3-year-old son of Silver Deputy from Raska by Rahi. Bred in Kentucky by Robert and Luana Lowe. Owned by the Heilig Broad Racing Stable, trained by Steve Asmussen, ridden to victory by Corey Lannery. Posse covers the 6 furlongs at Churchill Downs in 1:09.2. We're going to head to the Midwest now, to Texas, for the running of the Grade 3 Lone Star Derby. $500,000 at 1 1/8 drew a very big field of horses, perhaps some trying to pick up a spot at the final leg of the Triple Crown, the Belmont Stakes. Let's head out to Texas in the running of the Lone Star Derby.
Racing. De Frères Vixen away splendidly. Most Feared and Mork 4 showing abundant early speed. Dynevor is away safely. He's about 3 lengths off the early lead. Commander's Affair and Mr. Technique are going up towards the front. But Mork 4 is going to cross from the outside gate and lead in Wiseman's Ferry-like fashion. Out of the stretch, it's Mork 4. With Commander's Affair now going up on his outside to shade him at the 7/8 pole. Mr. Technique is 2 lengths back on the outside of Most Feared, followed by Crowned Dancer. On the border, 3 wide around Leo's Last Hurrah, he and Dynevor. Grendel is in that group, 1.5 lengths to Frères Vixen. Gentleman JJ's well back, and Crowned King racing 3 wide as last of all. It's Mork 4 inside Commander's Affair. The joint leaders at the 5/8 pole with Most Feared 2 lengths back inside Mr. Technique. 1.5 lengths Crowned Dancer, Dynevor, Leo's Last Hurrah, he de Frères Vixen getting up on the fence. His stablemate on the border is out 4 wide at the half mile. Then Grendel, Gentleman JJ next to last and Crowned King at the back. They're covered by 10 lengths in the Lone Star Derby, 3/8 from home. Mork 4 by ahead from Commander's Affair. A length away, 3 wide, Mr. Technique, who moves a length and a half clear of Most Feared. On his outside is Crowned Dancer. Dyneva perched about 3 lengths off the pace. He's followed by On the Border, Defrays Vixen. Crowned King improving on the inside. Grendel with a lot of work to do. Leo's Last Hurrah, he dropping out. And Gentleman JJ last as heads are turned for home at the 3/16 pole. Mr. Technique, the Cal Derby winner, moves up. He gets a narrow lead. Commander's Affairs battling back strongly. They're followed closely by Mork 4. Most Feared trying to split the 2 leaders. He is bulldozing through, and out wide Dyneva, let loose by Prado, has charged up, and Dyneva's running away with the Lone Star Derby. Make it 2 lengths over Most Feared. Commander's Affair third. Mr. Technique probably fourth, just in front of Crowned King. Then comes Defrays.
Dyneva, the heavy favorite here by a length and a half, sitting off the pace, did have a terrible trip in this big field. He was blocked from about the quarter pole to the 8th pole, was able to get through, did have a little bit of a bumping incident, but Edgar Prado riding a perfect race between horses to victory over Most Feared, who ran a very nice effort back in the Midwest. Most Feared had been considered a very nice horse last summer and into the fall, considered a possible Triple Crown candidate, did have some problems in a couple of his more recent efforts, but a very nice effort here to finish second at almost 20-1. Commander's Affair finishing in the 3rd spot after being involved in the pace every step of the way. He was forwardly placed along with Mach 4, held on quite nicely at 44-1 to finish in the 3rd spot. The winner, Dyneva, has only suffered defeat once. That was in his career debut, has been a very strong 3-year-old, developing a little bit on the late side. It does appear that his next stop will be the Belmont Stakes. Christophe Clement, his trainer, heading on back to his home base in New York with this colt and will prep him there for the big race. Dyneva is a dark bay or brown son of Dynaformer from Flamboyance by Zilzal, bred in Kentucky by Catherine Wills, owned by Catherine Wills and Peter Karchus, trained by Chris Clement, and ridden to victory by Edgar Prado. Dyneva covers the 1 1/8 of the Lone Star Derby in 1:50.2. One more event to bring to you from the Midwest, the Black Tie Affair Handicap at Arlington Park, $100,000 affair for older horses going 1 1/8. Let's head back to last Saturday's running of the Black Tie Affair.
And they're off in the Black Tie Affair. Very even start. Sawatch strides away well from the gate. So too does Baker Road. From the inside, both Fight for Rally and Deferred Comp. They make their way into the clubhouse turn. 1 mile to run from here. And it's Deferred Comp who cuts the corner, moving through inside of Fight for Rally, and these two on even terms. And Sawatch settles just in back of them, running in 3rd. Baker Road is a wide 4th. Woodmoon 5th and over toward the rail. Then Bonus Pack on the outside of horses now as they make their way onto the backstretch, and a ground-saving Full Mandate is racing last of the 7. The opening quarter, 24 seconds flat. They race up the backstretch where it remains. Fight for Rally and Deferred Comp running 1-2. Sawatch and Baker Road 3rd and 4th. And then toward the rail, Woodmoon alongside his Bonus Pack. They race 4 lengths from this leader, and finally Full Mandate remains last of all. 4 furlongs to go. They're still aiming for Fight for Rally. Kurt Bork and Fight for Rally through a half in 47 and 4. Deferred Comp holds his ground down there at the rail. Deferred Comp right back on terms with Fight for Rally with 3 furlongs to go. It's up for grabs. On the outside, Baker Road 4 wide throughout. Sawatch in the red colors has dropped back a bit. Bonus Pack now launching his claim for the Black Tie Affair on the far outside. Full Mandate is following Bonus Pack, and Woodmoon is hemmed in toward the rail as they turn for home. 3/4 in 1:12 and 2. A furlong and a half to run. Full Mandate down the center of the track, and Bonus Pack. And these two now face off into the final furlong. They're starting to slip away from Woodmoon, who's now rallied to 3rd. They're coming inside the final 16th. It is Full Mandate, fully extended. Bonus Pack resolutely toward the rail. Full Mandate and Renee Douglas with the stick score. Full Mandate, these Bonus Pack, Woodmoon, and Baker Road.
Full Mandate picking up his first stakes victory, and a bit of a hard-fought effort. Rene Douglas quoted after the race as saying the horse really just did not want to respond. He continued to rally, but very hard work for rider Rene Douglas to get him there by a neck over the favored Bonus Pack, who did not show much speed in the early going, rallied 4 wide, and was very game after being headed. Wood Moon picking up the 3rd spot after a mid-pack rallying effort. The winner, Full Mandate, a beautifully bred 4-year-old colt, son of A.P. Indy from Clear Mandate by Deputy Minister, was bred by G. Watts Humphrey in Kentucky, owned by Padua Stables, Satish Sanan, senior partner, and Fog City Stable. Trained by Steve Asmussen, ridden to victory by Rene Douglas. Full Mandate covers the mile and an eighth at Arlington in 1:50.1. We are going to pause for a brief message, and when we return, we'll be taking a look at stakes racing action from north of the border and heading to the far west. Please stay with us.
The New York Breeding and Racing Program salutes 3 multiple stakes winners. Here's multiple Grade 1 winner Critical Eye. Her earnings topped $1 million. And thanks to the New York Breeding Program, her breeder and owner each received an additional $80,000 plus in awards. Jet You Miss Blue picked up a lot of green, more than $800,000 in purses. And on top of that, combined New York Breeding Program awards to her owner, breeder, and stallion owner exceeded $250,000. Say Florida Sandy, winner of 5 graded stakes. He's the all-time New York bred money earner with over $2 million. Plus, the New York Breeding Program has paid out an incredible total of more than $500,000 in owner, breeder, and stallion owner awards. Critical Eye, Jet You Miss Blue, Say Florida Sandy, 3 outstanding New York breds. Just 3 of the many examples of why you should get with the program.
And they're off in the Kentucky Derby.
Capital OTB congratulates Saratoga Stables.
Funny Side is called on for run as they approach the half-mile pole.
New York bred Funny Side on their victory in the 129th Kentucky Derby.
Just holding awfully well there on the outside. They're coming down to the final furlong.
Capital OTB generates millions of dollars every year to fund the New York breeding industry.
Empire Maker is giving it all. Funny Side trying to pull up the upset here. 12-1 coming down to the line. And the gutsy gelding Funny Side.
Funny Side, a New York bred hero.
Kentucky Derby.
Welcome back to Horses and Courses. Next, we're going to be heading north of the border to Woodbine for Saturday's running of the Grade 3 Eclipse Stakes, $150,000 for older horses going a mile in the 16th. Let's head to Canada and the running of the Eclipse Stakes.
They're off in the Eclipse Stakes. Tempered Appeal, Phantom White, Danguian Prince, and from the extreme outside, Chris's Bad Boy. 4 Alert is in that mix as they head for the first turn. And Phantom White comes on in the center. Tempered Appeal is toward the inside, and Chris's Bad Boy's out there 3 wide. Then we have Anguian Prince saving ground at the midpoint of the turn. Indy Lead, who's back 5th, 3.5 lengths off the lead. 4 Alert is 6th, and Kiss Native is 7th. Malmaison's out of trouble on the outside, 8th, 6 lengths off the lead. A break of 3 to Lil Personality. In behind that one is a Test, who has 2 horses beaten. Tales of the Crypt and No Comprende as they continue along the backstretch. Phantom White comes on the outside of Tempered Appeal. The opening half mile of lively 46 4/5 of a second. Tempered Appeal and Phantom White are dueling on the front end. Chris's Bad Boy is right there along with Anguian Prince. 4 Alert is only 3 lengths off the lead. Kiss a Native lacks running room. Malmaison's to the outside, then a Test between horses. Lil Personality starting to gain ground as a Test from well off the pace. It is Phantom Light at the quarter pole. The gray Phantom Light has the lead. Anguian Prince is right there. On the far outside is 4 Alert. They are into the stretch, 3/16 out. Phantom Light trying to outgame Anguian Prince as they come to the 8th pole. And flying is No Comprende. No Comprende from well off the pace. Phantom Light looking for the wire. No Comprende gaining ground, but it's Phantom Light and Landry to win the Eclipse. No Comprende 2nd, Anguian Prince 3rd, and 4 Alert finish 4th.
Phantom Light makes it his first stakes victory at 5-1 by a length and a half. Forwardly placed throughout in a pace-pressing trip, got to the top of the stretch with the lead by about a length and a half and able to hold off No Comprende, rallying from far back after trailing in the early going. 7-wide move into the place spot with Anglian Prince sitting a stalking trip, forcing the pace in the early part of the race and holding on for the show spot. The winner, Phantom Light, is a gray or roan 4-year-old son of Alphabet Soup from Kirby Meadow by Meadow Lake, bred by Adena Springs Farm in Ontario, Canada, owned by the Stronach Stable and trained by Daniel Vella. Ridden to victory by Robert Landry. Phantom Light covers the mile and a 16th in 1:43.3. Heading out to California next to Hollywood Park for a series of stakes races over the weekend, beginning with the Los Angeles Times Handicap, a Grade 3 sprint for older horses. Let's head to Hollywood in the running of the Los Angeles Times.
They're off. Ombre Rapido sent for the front. Giovanetti and Echo Eddie second and third. Ombre Rapido Jack Rabbits away. He's 2.5 in front at once. Disturbing the Peace, Do What's Right, Men's Exclusive, and Golden Hair are next, and the trailer is the stretch running Publication. Ombre Rapido quickest up the backstretch. He is a length and a half in front of Giovanetti in second. Echo Eddie is 3 deep, and they went the first quarter in 21 2/5 seconds. Disturbing the Peace, well placed in 4th and 4 from Ombre Rapido, leaving the backstretch. Do What's Right just outside of him. Men's Exclusive, the 10-year-old, is 8 lengths off the lead, then Golden Hair. And if Publication wins the 51st Los Angeles Times Handicap, he'll make up 11 in the final quarter mile, and they line up at the top of the stretch. Giovanetti comes to challenge Ombre Rapido. The half in a possible 43 2/5 seconds. Here come stretch runners. Ombre Rapido comes to the final furlong, a length and a half in front of Echo Eddie, Giovanetti. Publication from the back of the pack, but Ombre Rapido is reaching for the final 16th. He's still there. Disturbing the Peace. Publication flies late. Giovanetti and Echo Eddie. Ombre Rapido. Publication. Ombre Rapido.
Ombre Rapido, very quick sprinter out there in the West Coast, got to the lead over a group of pretty fast horses. The fractions very early were very quick, and he still had plenty left to hold off by a length. The charge from off the pace of Publication made the best of those fast fractions, but could get no better than second. Giovanetti, sitting in a perfect stalking trip every step of the way, was not quite able to come up with enough to pass the eventual winner and had to settle for third as Publication was able to overtake him late. Favored in the field, the entry of Disturbing the Peace and Echo Eddie, both positioned fairly well early in the going, fading back to finish 4th and 5th. The winner, Ombre Rapido, is a bay 6-year-old gelding, a son of Falstaff from Tenga Prisa by relaunch, was bred in Kentucky by Granja Vista del Rio, owned by Granja Vista del Rio Stable, trained by John Sadler, and ridden to victory by Jose Valdivia. Ombre Rapido covers the 6 furlongs in a quick 1:08.2. Heading to California once more for the Jim Murray Memorial Handicap. $400,000 for older horses going 1.5 miles on the grass. Let's head out to California in the running of the Jim Murray.
They're off. The Tin Man right to the front. Continental Red and Kim Loves Bucky away second and third. Danon and Nightlife are 4th and 5th, and Jerry Bailey takes a hold of Danon, joined by Balangary through from the inside. Murano is next, and the early trailer is storming home. The Tin Man going to get some token pressure from Nightlife as they round the far turn the first time, but it's the Tin Man doing it nicely. He's a length and a half in front. Nightlife is second by a length and 3/4, with Continental Red comfortable at the rail third. Kim Loves Bucky is 4th and 4 from the front. Balangary is a bit headstrong. He's at the rail, tucked in 5th and 4 from the lead. Danon is in the clear. He's 4.5 off the front. Then Murano and storming home. There's 1 lap to run in the 14th running of the Jim Murray Memorial Handicap, and the Tin Man is in charge. He does it well, and the Tin Man goes into the clubhouse turn, a length and a half in front of Nightlife in second. Continental Red is joined by Kim Loves Bucky and Denon. And Jerry Bailey asked Denon to get a bit closer. He's 2.5 lengths off the lead in the 3-path at the clubhouse turn. Ballingarry is tightly at the rail. Storming Home is out of last place now, and here's an early move from Storming Home. Draws within 5 of the lead, and now the trailer is Murano. There's 6 furlongs left to run, and the Tin Man has yet to be asked for speed. The Tin Man is in charge to the backstretch. He's a length and a quarter in front of Longshot Nightlife in second. Denon and Storming Home, and here's Storming Home and Gary Stevens all the way up to third, and he's going to make a run at the Tin Man, and the Tin Man will have to quicken because Storming Home has drawn within a length and a quarter of the lead. Denon is now pushed along by Jerry Bailey. He's 3.5 off the front. Ballingarry outside of him. Continental Red has 6 to come, then Kim Loves Bucky and Murano, and they go into the far turn. Storming Home has changed the complexion of this race. The Tin Man and Nightlife have to quicken to stay in front. The Tin Man leads by a head. Nightlife and Storming Home right alongside. Denon is within 2 of the lead. He'll need racing room through from the inside. Denon still could do it. He's a length and a half from the front, and we have a new leader. His name is Storming Home, and he takes over the lead for Gary Stevens. Denon is going to be his danger, and here comes Denon. He draws within a length and a quarter of the lead. Ballingarry still 6 from the front. Storming Home and Denon to the final 16th, and Storming Home is in charge. He leads by a length and a half. Denon is running his heart out in second. It's these two in the Jim Murray, but Storming Home is too good, and Storming Home has won it. Storming Home beat Denon by a solid 2 lengths.
Storming Home does just that. Storms home 2 lengths in front of the field with Denon running a nice second in here. Storming Home settling back off of the rail, made a nice bid. Denon in his seasonal debut returned with a nice try, not quite able to match the winner. Storming Home, however, a very strong performer in Europe. Neil Drysdale, his trainer, was really looking forward to his American debut, thought he had a very nice one. This is a Grade 1 winner from Europe. In fact, won the Champion Stakes last year over eventual Dubai World Cup winner Moon Ballad. So we have already seen strong evidence of high class in this horse, picking up yet another big win over Good Company. Storming Home is a 5-year-old son of Machiavellian from Try to Catch Me by Sharif Dancer. He was bred by the Gainsborough Stud Management in Great Britain, owned by Sheikh Maktoum bin Rashid Al Maktoum, and trained by Neil Drysdale. Ridden to victory by Gary Stevens. Storming Home covers the 1.5 miles on the firm turf in 2:25.1. Going back to California now for the Mervyn Leroy, a Grade 2 $150,000 event for older horses at 1 1/16 miles. Let's head back to California in the running of the Mervyn Leroy.
They're off. Palmero and Wooden Phone are both hard sent. Palmero a bit quicker. Wooden Phone sent through to try to stay at the rail, and these two go very fast early. Wooden Phone now heads Palmero. Total Impact away in third, then Lethal Instrument and Fleet Street Dancer. Bring Home the Gold is already 10 from the front, joined by Sunday Break, and at the back of the pack, Pienza Sonando. No easy leads in the Mervyn Leroy as Wooden Phone and Palmero go quickly to the backstretch. Palmero's ahead in front. Wooden Phone is second. Total Impact gets the perfect tracking trip. He is a tugging third and 2.5 from dueling front runners. Fleet Street Dancer and Lethal Instrument have 4.5 to come. Sunday Break is 6 lengths off the lead. He's in the clear in the 3-path for Gary Stevens. At the rail, it's Bring Home the Gold, also 6 from the front, and then Pienza Sonando is 10 lengths last. That lands him 16 out of it at the half-mile pole of the 24th Mervyn Leroy Handicap. Palmero and Wooden Phone continue to go at it, and Palmero gets the best of the battle, leaving the backstretch. Wooden Phone is joined by Total Impact, and here's Total Impact to make his move. Less than 3 furlongs from the wire. He's only a half length from the lead. He'll have to watch over his right shoulder because Sunday Break is on the move. Total Impact and Sunday Break are 1-2 as they go to the quarter pole. The whip is out on Palmero. 4 back to Wooden Phone. Fleet Street Dancer is next, and this is Total Impact and Sunday Break, and they hook up at the top of the stretch, and Total Impact has turned away Sunday Break. He's back in front by a length. Fleet Street Dancer moves through. Sunday Break took a big run, but now he flattens out third, and Total Impact is strutting strong in the Mervyn Leroy. Fleet Street Dancer is second, but he's second best to the winner, and the winner is Total Impact. Yes!
Total Impact and Mike Smith picking up a nice 2-length victory. Horse that really has been knocking on the door in Good Company here in the United States. A Chilean bred came to the United States through the Dubai series. He actually went to Dubai from South America, not unlike Lido Palace the year earlier. Total Impact had some problems, did set him back a little bit. He switched back and forth from turf to dirt, and here he has finally picked up his first graded stakes win in North America in the Mervyn Leroy. A very nice effort, not far off of the pace, with a good challenge from Fleet Street Dancer at the top of the stretch, as well as Pienza Sanando making a nice move from off the pace to pick up the third spot. It was Sunday Break, rallied into a very nice position at the top of the stretch, but it seemed like as soon as he got there, he faded and finished fourth. The winner, Total Impact, was the favorite in the field of 8. He is a 5-year-old chestnut horse, a son of Stuka from the Chilean-bred Pebbles, not the European-bred that we remember from Breeders' Cup competition early in her career. She, a daughter of Manos de Piedra, bred in Chile by the Aras Don Alberto and owned by El Kabir, Sultan Mohammed Saud, and S.A. Bridgeport, trained by Laura Desaru, who had a terrific weekend in California. Total Impact, ridden to victory by Mike Smith, covers the mile in his 16th in 1:40.4. One more stakes race to bring to you from California, that the Nursery Stakes for 2-year-old fillies running for $75,000, the distance 5 furlongs. Let's head back and take a look at Sunday's running of the Nursery.
They're off. Astra's Sister, Yogi's Polar Bear, and Wacky Patty all show speed. Car Lady between horses. Synchronistic and Speak the Language are next. Then Kind Lena, and now Synchronistic is at the back of the pack, and Car Lady is fastest into the far turn. She's a neck in front of Wacky Patty, who moves nicely through at the rail. Astra's Sister is a close third, but Astra's Sister took up sharply. It cost her 2 lengths and 2 positions. Yogi's Polar Bear and Kind Lena go by her. Then Synchronistic, and now the trailer is Speak the Language to the top of the stretch in the 33rd Nursery Stakes. It is Wacky Patty who takes over the lead. Yogi's Polar Bear and Kind Lena 3 wide. Car Lady backs out of it to 4th. Then Astra's Sister, Synchronistic, and they head to the top of the stretch. Wacky Patty, Yogi's Polar Bear, these two to the final furlong. Kind Lena, any one of the 3 can do it. Yogi's Polar Bear and Wacky Patty responds. It is Wacky Patty now a length in front. Yogi's Polar Bear and Kind Lena can't go with her, and Wacky Patty runs away. She's 3 to the good. Wacky Patty, yes.
Wacky Patty and Corey Nakatani getting the job done here with a front-end victory. Sent hard from inside, dueling in the early part of the race, was able to put away Car Lady and hold on to a 2-length advantage over Yogi's Polar Bear for who placed in this event with a huge effort. I thought she looked very good, very game through the stretch. She and Kind Lena were in a bit of a dueling match here, but it was Yogi's Polar Bear prevailing for the play spot. Kind Lena, a nice effort from well off the pace, taking advantage of the sharp early fractions set by the eventual winner. The winner, Wacky Patty, is a 2-year-old daughter of formal dancer from As a Day in June by Fly So Free, bred in Florida by D.W. Frazier and Suzanne Maxwell. She is owned by James Chapman, trained by James Chapman, ridden to victory by Corey Nakatani. Wacky Patty covers the 5 furlongs of the Nursery in 58.1. We are going to pause for a brief message. When we return, we'll be heading to Northern California and back home to Belmont Park. Please stay with us.
This year, many thoroughbreds, no longer able to compete, will join the ranks of racing's homeless. The Thoroughbred Retirement Foundation and its supporters have been providing help and hope, creating opportunities where once there were none. The TRF, together with the racing industry, is meeting the challenge, taking care of their own. With your help, we can continue our saving mission, ensuring many more horses the welcome home they so richly deserve.
Who is this woman? A world-class tennis player? A famous fashion model? No, this is Diane Nelson, one of the nation's top-ranked jockeys. When Diane rides, she wants the best horse. And when Diane has a day off, she wants the best entertainment. And that's at the Teletheater Clubhouse.
If you haven't been to the Teletheater Clubhouse yet, you're missing something. It's really for everyone. Bring your friends, your family, and come on down.
The Teletheater Clubhouse, Central Avenue, Albany.
Capital OTB invites you to be part of our $8,000 corporate-wide Preakness Stakes promotion. There'll be more than 90 winners with the largest single prize of a $1,000 win bet on the Belmont Stakes. All you have to do is drop a losing ticket from the Preakness Stakes with your name, address, and phone number written on the ticket in the specially marked promotion box at any one of our branches or EasyBet locations. Only losing tickets from the Preakness Stakes are eligible. There'll be a $25 winner from each of our 77 OTB branches and EasyBet locations. 10 winners will receive a $250 win bet on the Belmont. 5 patrons will pick up a $500 win bet on the Belmont Stakes. And one very lucky patron will receive a $1,000 win bet on the Belmont. Just remember, drop a losing ticket from the Preakness Stakes with your name, address, and phone number written on the ticket in the specially marked promotion box. Winners will be announced on Thursday, May 29th at 10 a.m. by OTB President Michael Connery on the OTB Television Network.
Welcome back, everyone, to Horses and Courses. Next, we're going to be heading to Northern California. Bay Meadows, the scene of the Ascot Handicap on Saturday. This is 3-year-olds going 1 mile and a 16th on the turf for $100,000. Let's head to Northern California and the running of the Ascot Handicap.
And there they go. Helms Deep was squeezed after the start. Obermeister flies away to the lead. Rapier Dance comes away in second. Grandpa Chan gets to the rail and secures third through the early stages. Further back is Helms Deep outside of Direct Mail. The 2 trailers are Just Wonder and Iron Lad. Obermeister has the lead to himself. The margin's more than 3 entering the clubhouse run. Rapier Dance is second. Grandpa Jen's still positioned along the inside. Helms Deep is 3 wide in the orange. Further back, Direct Mail, Just Wonder with the black cap has the rail running, and to his outside races Iron Lad. Obermeister has the lead entering the Longden Lawns backstretch run. The opening quarter in 22-4. It's Obermeister by more than 2. Rapier Dance continues to follow from second. Helms Deep has third, positioned very nicely up the backstretch run. Grandpa Chan and Direct Mail 4th and 5th respectively, with 4 to make up on Obermeister. They're a length in front of Just Wonder, traveling nicely. The trailer is Iron Lad. The half won in 47 seconds, 3/8 to travel in the 31st running of the Ascot Handicap. Obermeister's the leader, but there goes Rapier Dance making a bid for the lead. Helms Deep is third inside of Direct Mail. Grandpa Chan holds the rail, running 3 from the front. Just Wonder has 4 lengths to make up, and the trailer is Iron Lad. 3/4, 1:11-1 at the top of the lane in the Ascot Handicap. Rapier Dance is the leader from Obermeister, who fights back. Here comes Just Wonder advancing in the clear. It's time to recognize the big favorite, Just Wonder. He rolls to the lead. Just Wonder with an impressive turn of foot. He quickly disposes of his rivals, and he's the Ascot champion. Just Wonder by more than 2.5. In second, Rapier Dance. Obermeister for third. Further back, Direct Mail.
Just Wonder and Russell Bays picking up a 2-length victory at odds on from Rapier Dancer, who showed good speed, pressing the pace in the early going. Pace setter Obermeister holding on at long odds to finish in the 3rd spot. The winner, Just Wonder, is a Bay 3-year-old son of Hernando from Just Fly by Capote, bred in Great Britain by Lutz Bongen and Gerd Feldman. This European import is owned by Nafi, Sugarman, and Vistas et al., trained by Laura Desaru, and ridden to victory by Russell Bays. Just Wonder covers the mile and the 16th on the Bay Meadows turf course in 1:42.3. Going to be heading back to New York next, where last Wednesday was opening day at Belmont Park, and one could say that the track was a little bit on the glib side for the opening day feature. The Westchester Handicap, a Grade 3 $100,000 flat 1-turn mile. Let's head down to Belmont and the running of the Westchester.
They're in the gate. And they're off. St. Appeal bobbled coming out of the gate. Regal Sanction. There goes Najran immediately to the lead. Najran springs away from them. He's very ranked on the backstretch. Najran's way, way, way off the rail. Leads by 3. Bowman's Band is running in second. Regal Sanctioned his outside. The late starting St. Appeal moves up 4th. And then it's Justification. Gander well reserved near the back of the pack. About 7 lengths from the free-running Najran. And Sarland is the last of them all. Sarland trails the field as they continue up the backstretch. Najran's runaway speed that quarter went in 22 3/5 seconds. A bit closer to the rail, leads by 2. Regal Sanctioned St. Appeal running together second and third. 3 lengths back, Bowman's Band called on for run 4. fourth. Justification in a drive fifth, 8 lengths from the lead. No progress yet. Gander toward the inside. Johnny Velasquez is calling upon Sarland. They have a lot to do as they round the far turn, and Najran opens up a 5-length lead. A half and an eye-opening 44 3/5 seconds. Najran running a huge race here. A 6-length lead as they come to the top of the stretch. Regal Sanction picks up the chase second. On the outside, Sarland continues to roll. Here comes Sarland putting in his bid at the top of the stretch. He'll try to reel in Najran, who will arrive at the 8th pole under a left-handed whip with a 5.5-length lead. Sarland charging hard in second. Gander puts in his bid late on the far outside. They're coming down to the finish, and Najran ran a hole in the wind today. Wow, what an effort. Najran by 5 wire-to-wire lengths over Sarland. Justification was third. The time was 1 minute, 32 1/5 seconds. Najran has just set the track record.
Najran, now that didn't take very long, did it? Getting there in 1:32.1, a new track record. Hustled out of the gate. The track was playing quickly. It was playing to speed. Najran did have the caulks on. Edgar Prado had obviously been paying attention in the early part of the card and saw speed doing very, very well. Sprinted clear. Early fraction, not all that fast for a race that ends up as a track record. We usually assume that it's going to be the early fractions that create the record, but very, very fast turn time for Najran, and that was where he got the job done, able to draw off by a nice 4+ lengths over Sarland, who rallied from well off the pace with Justification, running mid-pack, 4-wide rallying move on the turn, but was no match for either of the top two in this event. Najran, who was coming off of about a 30-some length loss last time out down at Keeneland, a racetrack over which he had run very well last fall, allowed to go off at pretty long odds. It's not often that you see a record set by a horse that went off at well over 5-1, but very nice effort by a horse that had run through his allowance conditions here in New York last summer and proceeded into stakes races with some success last fall. His debut this spring at Keeneland was not a particularly good effort. Apparently had some trouble before the race and in the gate. Took its toll, obviously, but he was back in terrific form for last Wednesday's Westchester. The winner, Najran, is a 4-year-old Grayer Roan colt, a son of Runaway Groom from Line Command by Capote. Was bred in Kentucky by France and Irv Weiner. He is owned by Buckram Oak Farm, trained by Nick Zito, and ridden to victory by Edgar Prado. Najran covers the flat mile of the Westchester Handicap in a new track record time, 1:32.1. Heading back to New York next for a pair of Saturday stakes races, beginning with the Grade 3 Bold Ruler, $100,000 6-furlong sprint for older horses. Let's head down to New York in the call of the Bold Ruler.
And they're off. Shake You Down right after that early lead. Here's Ellis is away second. Safe Florida Sandy on the outside third. Peeping Tom is back fourth in the early going. Pinchinner in between horses. Well fancied on the outside. Multiple choice off a bit slowly. Trailing the field as they race into the far turn. Chasing Shake You Down. Shake You Down, the leader. Rattles off a 1:22 flat. Shake You Down out there by almost 2. Here's Ellis is second ahead. On the outside, Safe Florida Sandy is third. Pinch Hitter is fourth. Peeping Tom 5 lengths from the lead. Down on the inside, fifth. Well fancied and multiple choice. Coming to the top of the stretch. Shake You Down continues to lead. Here's Ellis second. Safe Florida Sandy is under the whip on the outside, 3 lengths behind. Peeping Tom down toward the rail as the field comes off the turn and into the stretch. At the top of the lane, Shake You Down, and here's Ellis. They're going at it head to head here with 1 furlong to go. Shake You Down stubbornly, short lead. Here's Ellis on the inside. Peeping Tom is third. They're coming down to the finish, and it is Shake You Down still there. He'll go wire to wire, and he finished full of run. Shake You Down wins by a length. Here's Ellis was second. Peeping Tom was third.
Shake You Down, not just a phenom in the allowance circuit. This is a horse that was running against Good Claiming Company not that long ago, and I often say that these New York, hard-hitting New York claimers, the high-priced ones, are as good as any man stakes horse out of town. This horse proving that point, not just a mudlark, getting the effort here on a fast track. He had been very successful over the wintertime on wet racetracks. He was able to get clear of Here's Ellis, never able to make much ground up on him, about a length separating the two of them at the finish line. Peeping Tom, who's been very busy since returning to good form, picking up the third spot with his usual off-the-pace rallying move. The winner, Shake You Down, is a 5-year-old chestnut son of Montbrook from Marvin's Quay by Rajah, bred in Florida by the Ocala Stud Farm and owned by Robert L. Cole Jr., trained by Scott Lake, and ridden to victory by Mike Luzzy. Shake You Down covers the 6 furlongs of the Bold Ruler Handicap in a quick 1:08 and 2. Heading back to New York next for the Nassau County Breeders' Cup Stakes for 3-year-old fillies, a Grade 2, $200,000 7-furlong sprint leading into the Acorn, a Grade 1 later on. Let's head down to Belmont and the running of the Nassau County.
And they're off. Cyber Secret and Uphill Skier break together, and Cyber Secret up for a short lead. On the outside, there goes City Sister after Cyber Secret. Uphill Skier backs off a bit to run in third. And House Party is the 4th of 4. Moving up the backstretch, Cyber Secret by 3/4 of a length now. Uphill Skier is on hold, sitting back in second. City Sister, and in between those two is House Party. House Party's in a little tight there as they move into the far turn. Cyber Secret gets a quarter in 22 4/5 seconds. Pursued in earnest now by City Sister, second on the outside. Uphill Skier and House Party surrounded by those two as they round the far turn. It's still Cyber Secret in control with 3 furlongs remaining. Cyber Secret remains the controlling speed. There's plenty of room to her inside for Uphill Skier. On the outside, City Sister is there. House Party bottled up in and among horses as the field turns for home. The half in 46 3/5 seconds. Very sensible fractions here for the front runner. It's Cyber Secret, and now there's running for House Party. House Party into the breach and into the lead. House Party in front. Cyber Secret and City Sister. They're coming down to the finish, and House Party got the running room and ran to daylight to win here, going away at the end by 3. Cyber Secret second, City Sister third.
Cyber Secret went off as the favorite after her big upset last time over Storm Flag Flying, but this time it was House Party's day, making her second consecutive stakes winning appearance. She won the Legal Light last time out a couple of weeks back down at Delaware Park, returned here. A little bit of a troubled trip despite the 4-horse field. She was pinched back, squeezed a little bit at the top of the stretch, got out of the box very quickly under Jose Santos, spurting clear by 3 from Cyber Secret, with City Sister involved in the early part of the race, but backing up to finish in the 3rd spot in the field of 4. The winner, House Party, a gray or roan 3-year-old filly, a daughter of French deputy from Bill Back by Relaunch, was bred by Mr. Joseph Shields Jr. in Florida, owned by Mr. Shields and trained by Alan Jerkins, who it seems cannot lose with just about anything he sends out to the racetrack in the last couple of months, running very, very well. House Party, ridden to victory by Jose Santos, covers the 7 furlongs in 1:23 and 1. One more stakes race to bring to you from the weekend at Belmont Park. That the Genuine Risk Handicap, a Grade 2, $150,000 sprint for older fillies and mares. Let's head back down to Belmont in the running of the Genuine Risk.
I've heard the bell, and the horses should be off. It sounded like the gate opened. Yes. All right. They're down the backstretch, and they're just about on the far turn. And Carson Hollow has the lead. Harmony Lodge is second. And September Secret is third, about 2 lengths off the lead. Shine Again is fourth. Carson Hollow got a quarter in 21 4/5 seconds. Harmony Lodge was not far behind. September Secret out there third. And Shine Again is drafting in behind the front runners as they make their way around the far turn. Carson Hollow the leader by a half length. September Secret right there pressing. Harmony Lodge is tailed off in third. Shine Again still well within striking range. It's only about 2 lengths from the lead as the field makes their way into the stretch, and they're in the stretch now, and the half went in 44 2/5 seconds. It's wide open here as they come down to the last furlong, and it's Carson Hollow and Shine Again. Shine Again up to take the lead. Carson Hollow second and Harmony Lodge third, and it will be Shine Again who shined in the fog this afternoon, winning by 3.5 lengths over Carson Hollow. Harmony Lodge was third. The time was 1:09 flat.
Shine Again and Jean-Luc Samyn getting out of the fog in time to win by 4. Unfortunately, the race shrouded in fog. Tom Durkin having a bit of a difficult time. The teletimer being tripped in pretty quick fractions allowed Shine Again to take advantage, rallying from well back in the short field of only 4. Unfortunately, this race was marred before it got started by a new twist rearing up in the paddock area. She did flip over and unfortunately was killed after fracturing her skull. So they do believe that she died instantly in the incident, but it certainly casts a bit of a pall over the running of the race. Nonetheless, 2 very strong Grade 1 winning fillies in Shine Again and Carson Hollow running in the 1-2 spot here. Harmony Lodge, close to the pace in the early part of the going, held on for the 3rd spot. The winner, Shine Again, is a dark bay or brown mare, a daughter of Wild Again from Shiner by 2 Punch, bred in Maryland by Mrs. Richard DuPont, owned by the Bohemia stable of Mrs. DuPont, trained by who else? It's a stakes race in New York. It must be Alan Jerkins, ridden to victory by Jean-Luc Samyn. Shine Again covers the 6 furlongs of the Genuine Risk in 109 flat. That wraps up a busy weekend of stakes racing action. Thank you all for joining us this week. We hope you'll be able to join us again next week when we will have all the festivities from Preakness Week at Pimlico. Thanks again for joining us. I'm Jean Wood, and I will see you back here next time.